the day you die, every year on May 5th, I'm gonna come to your graveside, I'm gonna spit on you, I'm gonna curse the day you were born, and I'm sure while I'm standing there, I'm gonna have other bodily functions let go upon your grave. I promise you as God is my witness.
Capable and weak, all the agitation, affirmation, and lack of faith you keep. What you think that you cannot see, you need to practice what you preach. I'm sick of all of these theories. You need to get the fuck up and leave. Kill me inside this bloody murder. Take all these thoughts and throw them into space. Now that was it worth it? I will take it all, throw it all away. Why can't I find the courage that was mine? All the conservation, desperation, and the pain I keep inside. Why can't you say what this means to me? Holding up these demons so that you can see them and what's inside of me. Kill me inside this bloody murder. Take all these thoughts and throw them into space. Now that I'm outlined, was it worth it? I will take it all and throw it all away. I'm sorry for those messed up things that I did. I'm sorry for those fucked up things that I did to keep you
You butchered my babies out here? I swore I'd stand at your grave and cuss it. Well, I'm doing it a little bit early.
Words don't make a sound. Our hands are shaking now. You promised
Listening to ZTO Radio.
You've taught your children to be polite and friendly, but have you taught them when not to be?
Hi there. Do you live around here?
Uh-huh.
You going to school?
Yes.
Well, I could give you a ride.
Last year, 50,000 children disappeared, many of them from nice, safe neighborhoods.
It's okay. Come on, hop in.
Talk to your children about not talking to strangers, and do it today.
Hey, Cat. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I just left the This Studios. Here we are in Harlem. Everybody's here but the police, and they'll be here any minute. It's high time. So catch this song. Here it is. I dreamed about a reefer 5 feet long. A mighty mess, but not too strong.
Hey everybody! Whoa, fuck, I'm popping. Hey, let me turn that down. Maybe I just need to turn that down.
Yeah, got a little excited there, buddy. I think we were checking in NPR.
Yeah. You're listening to ZTO Radio. I'm Franklin, and this is Scott. It's been a while. We do these as much as we can. It's been a couple weeks, though.
Yes.
What's been going on around the world today? A lot of crazy things. We'll get into some serious topics later, but up first, I wanted to talk to you. This is just something stupid that happened to me the other day. I was reading this story to my daughter, and it was called "The Stranger in the Woods," and it's like a photo book of like deer and shit. And it's like a story about deer and a snowman. The Stranger in the Woods snowman. Now, I confused this story. I was just looking through the pages because she's not going to let me actually read it. You know, I'm just going to be thumbing through it and looking at the pictures. And I confused the story without reading it with another story where animals in the forest see Mary and Joseph come through the woods. And it's Jesus' birthday, you know, and they hear the talk from the wise men and all this stuff. So I confused this book with that. And I started singing a song about what I thought this book was about to my daughter, just being stupid. So I was singing, there's a stranger in the woods and he's Jesus. He's sneaking all around and he's Jesus. He wants to be your friend, he is Jesus. And then my wife's like, that song's not about Jesus. The stranger's a snowman. And I'm like, oh, that would explain all the snowman pictures. But
Yeah, absolutely.
The song it's infectious. Once it gets stuck in your head, you can come up with all kinds of different ways to go with it. Because, you know, it's basically a song about, you know, Jesus is everywhere. He's especially in the woods when you're all alone. But he just wants to keep an eye on you and maybe be your friend. So you can go any kind of, like, it pops into my head so often, and I hope it does to other people. That's why I'm bringing it up. So the next time you're at work or whatever and there's silence, I wish upon a star that there's a stranger in the woods and he's Jesus. A stranger in the woods and he's Jesus. He's hiding all around in the bushes on the ground. He's a stranger in the woods. He is Jesus. And you can go anywhere with it. Yeah. You can be doing anything in the woods, hiding behind bushes, jumping out from behind different, you know, foliage or whatever. Yeah. It's just a fun song, and I hope everybody sings it.
In the tone, it makes you feel all light and fuzzy inside.
Yeah, I think it's I'm stealing it from some other church song, but it's just funny.
Every church song, I believe.
I told my wife that I wanted to like do like, it'd be hilarious to have it done in like a full production studio and get like choir boys to sing like there's a stranger in, like at the beginning of that Rolling Stones song, you can't always get what you want. Yeah. Like, there's a stranger in the woods and he's Jesus. And then like just have it swell and get huge. Ridiculous thoughts. But anyways, thanks for listening to ZTO Radio.
Yeah, if you are still listening.
Let's get into some music. This is Vanity Assassin with 6 degrees colder. We'll be right back.
Fatal Attractions. It's a new show. It's about people who own exotic animals and then the fucking things eat them at the end, which I love. I mean, I love that. That's great. You want a tiger and then it fucking eats you. But anyways, last night it had that Ohio guy on from Zanesville.
Okay.
Oh, where all of his fucking animals got loose.
Yeah.
And
he was on the Terry Knowles, I think his name was, some shit like that from Zanesville.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it was that episode was on, and it was pretty fucking nuts.
He had been bitten. Wasn't it like a venomous snake that killed him, and then he was just in there rotting and all those animals? Really? Maybe I'm thinking
that's the right story.
I thought he let his animals out,
Yeah,
and then he
this guy-
killed himself.
No, this
Maybe
guy,
that was it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
that was similar.
I watched
to what you said.
There was some other guy who he got bitten by one of his
not
snakes.
even near it.
Well, he got bitten by a snake and he just died, and nobody knew what happened to him, and he's just laying there decomposing.
And the other animals ate him?
I
that'd be a
remember that
better
on
story.
TV, but I think it was like on a show, not anything real.
Maybe it was fiction. I don't know.
It was a movie, so
It was cool.
But this guy shot himself. Well, he let all the fucking tigers and shit out. 18 tigers. What the hell do you need to do with 18 tigers?
circuses don't even have that much.
Yeah,
tigers.
zoos don't even have that.
They're endangered.
You might be developing some sort of army with
Speaking
that.
of tiger, I got
Army.
a
Tiger
photo.
Army.
I got a photo of
Whoa.
a tiger shitting.
Whoa.
Of a tiger taking a shit.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's at the zoo, and I had a camera, and I looked over, and there's a tiger shitting.
Oh, you did film it.
Did
It
you
wasn't
see
like
my
an internet
picture of the
thing.
bonobo shitting?
The bonobo.
I took a picture of a bonobo shitting into his own hand.
What's a bonobo? Oh, like a
kind of
monkey.
monkey.
It's like a chimp, but smarter. And I zoomed
Well,
way in,
obviously not very
Not much
smart.
smarter, yeah.
and he's shitting into his own hand. Well, there are people that do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah, they're crazy. We put them in a hospital.
you ever did you ever look up that chimp that was masturbating with the frog? Did you ever see that?
No, Jesus, God, tell me about
with
that.
a frog?
With a frog, like it pries its mouth open.
Oh.
And then
You know, if it used to frog is lube.
yeah,
They're
whatever.
slimy.
I guess they would
creatures.
Oh my God, that poor frog. I mean, Jesus.
It's a great way
it
to
kills
get
it,
warts.
right?
Be. I would
Gina
assume so.
Gray
yeah.
of
You can't fucking breathe.
He kind of just throws it, you know. to the
It's
side.
terrible.
Yeah.
But again, there are people that would probably do that too.
We've just given people ideas.
Yeah, as long as the frog didn't have any teeth or anything.
I know what I'm doing this weekend.
Yeah. Just up a largemouth bass.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Watch out, Mama.
I'm going fishing tonight.
It is Hardin County.
Ice fishing, though. It's fucking cold as hell, right?
Right.
Man, it was freezing.
Yeah, practice is going to be real fun tonight.
So what?
Yeah,
you
I'm going to get another cold.
So you practice it. God, that brings back old memories.
Yeah, practicing out in a freezing cold garage with little space heaters that,
Oh my
that
God.
don't
Kerosene? Is it kerosene?
Yeah, this is what we
Electric.
did. This is how retarded we are and how we'll probably all die of cancer from kerosene.
Yeah.
We took this garage and just built it in a practice shed, but we didn't build any windows in it or any ventilation.
So you're just in there with fumes.
Yeah. When we would get out of practice and go inside, we'd pick our nose and there would be black crud. in
You
our
turned out
nose.
okay, though.
Until you.
Yeah, I'm fine.
There was ventilation once you knocked down that door.
Yeah. Oh my God. Hey now.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Have you told that on the podcast?
I
You
don't
need to Tell
remember.
that on the podcast.
So we took this garage I lived at and turned it into our practice space, and it's us. We, my friends. We don't know how to build things, so we got a door. We nailed it up. Fuck it. But I got drunk on wine one night, and everyone was already in there, and I went to open the door, and I didn't turn it. I just went through it.
Literally like the fucking Kool-Aid man.
Yeah.
And I was sitting on the floor right below it. So it
Yeah,
came
the
down
door
on me.
just slammed on him. Then I pissed my pants.
It's the sweatpants.
Yeah, my sweats. I had sweats
Yeah,
on.
oh, you had sweats on.
Oh my God.
And the funniest part was, I think the girl you were dating at the time was inside, and you didn't want her to know you were drunk.
Well, that's impossible.
Maybe. I don't
If you're
know.
knocking down doors.
Yeah,
and
how
pissing
can I just
yourself.
like turn that off? But anyways, that's why I don't drink. It's ridiculous.
I think I'm done drinking too.
Yeah, I'm out of there.
I'm not. I just had a cold this weekend.
Oh yeah, just a little off.
Trying to get better.
Off season.
Just with that whole liver thing, I'm afraid to now.
Yeah, Bob.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ
Bob
in
almost
heaven.
died.
Yeah, let's talk about almost dead. D. Is that how you spell it?
Dead.
Close.
D-A-D.
I could have potentially died.
My God, sir. So so what happened? What led you to like, oh fuck, something's wrong, I gotta go to the doctor?
Well, it essentially just started with back pain, in which I work in a factory, so
yeah, that happens.
It's to be expected.
Yeah.
They did x-rays, there's no broken ribs or anything. So when I went to the doctor for a follow-up appointment, they were checking me for kidney stones or like, protein, all kinds of nasty crap in my pee.
Yeah.
And they found bilirubin, which is...
Now that's in Jello, right?
That's Billy's new nickname. I think, maybe.
No, it's not. I don't know.
I don't know.
It was so convincing that it might have been.
Maybe that's riboflavin. I don't know.
They're so close in syllables and everything.
There's flavin and...
Yeah.
But like...
what do you get that from? Just food? Shit you eat?
Well, it's indicative of liver malfunction.
Jesus.
So immediately they're telling me this whole slew of things that could be wrong. It could be gallstones. It could be kidney stones. And then he goes, or it could be something terrible. But it's usually something simple. So immediately I'm thinking, okay, a tumor. So
a tumor.
They do blood work, and I'm fine until I get the call where he's like, okay, your blood work came back abnormal, so we're going to have you come in for an ultrasound. Instant panic attack, and I dropped like a dead deer.
Yeah, when guys are getting ultrasounds, you got to be a little bit worried.
Like a dead deer. Kind of like Frank's old dog he had. He had this old dog that would have like a heart attack.
Well, he had
what was wrong?
He had a bad heart, but we used to give him water pills. But he still had the drive of like... He was a Pomeranian, so he was like...
Those little fuckers are tough.
He's related to... I'm actually half related to...
He is half Pomeranian. But... Yeah, he still wanted to chase cars, so he'd run at your car, and then he would just fall.
Yeah, you'd be driving up the lane
like
to
a
his house.
narcoleptic.
Yeah, you'd be driving up the lane and see this crazy fucking dog trying to get under your tires, and then.
Well, did he like go all stiff?
Yeah.
No, he was kind of like
limped out?
twitching a lot.
My dog had that. It was like a heart murmur.
Yeah.
And she'd be walking through the house, and she just...
Man, that's
she would make this awful
funny,
moaning noise.
Yeah.
So I'd have to run and grab a towel because she'd be scared, and she would pee all over the floor.
If I had to have a pet, I'd rather one have that.
For entertainment value?
I honestly
that's
just...
funny. How about them goats?
That's what I was
The feigning goats.
The men who stare at goats.
Those would be fun.
Those goats?
Of course, they would be a lot of work. Yeah. As livestock is.
You just run up to it and scream and it falls down.
Have you ever dealt with livestock before?
No.
It's stupid.
Absolutely
it's
not.
Stupid. We live in Hardin County. I figured maybe you had. I dealt with sheep at one point.
I don't do livestock.
It was terrible.
I barely can take care of myself.
Right.
Let alone an animal.
I'd get attached to it if I had a cow. It would have a name, and there's no way I'd be able to sell it and butcher it. I would keep it till it died.
Yeah, you
of
couldn't
old
eat
age.
Carl. Carl the cow.
I wouldn't eat Carl anyway.
Yeah.
God wants to play fucking tricks on me and make everything fuzzy, furry, and beautiful allergic to me. So when I get close to him, my face explodes.
Cats.
So that's a little funny little game he plays. Ha ha ha. That's real nice.
I'm allergic to cats too.
So I don't go
like
around
cats.
them. So the best pet I ever had was a fucking snake. Little ball python. Came out, seen me for a while. I fed it. It went back to bed for 2 weeks. Come back out 2 weeks later.
I love snakes.
I hate snakes. It's one of my
You had
worst.
that for a while, didn't you?
Yeah, I had it for years.
I forgot you had that.
Well,
You
the
don't have it
reason,
now.
no, not
Okay.
anymore. The only reason I didn't is, I live in a town where I have to drive 40 minutes to go get a rat. And he got to the point where I was feeding him rats. So you can either get a live rat or a fucking frozen rat that you have to heat up to room temperature so he'll hit it.
And then you have to get all the hair off of it.
No, he likes
No,
the
he just
hair.
has to eat it.
Yeah, the hair's good, but
Like, we don't eat frozen meals.
Yeah, the hair, it's delicious.
So now you're bringing home a rat this size, and I'm trying to heat it up to temperature, and it fucking stank.
Yeah,
you don't microwave an animal.
No, you had to get hot water and put him in like a
make like
Ziploc.
rat soup.
But it took forever to get him to do that. And the difference on a live rat is you're taking a chance that rat will fuck that snake up. Rats are motherfuckers, dude. They'll eat through lead pipe. They'll eat through cement. That was on a show the other day where these rats were in another apartment, but they ate through the cement from another apartment. It's through the cement.
Rough.
They have the bite power of an alligator, pound for pound. You know, rats are this big, alligators are huge, but pound for pound, they got the same bite pressure. So that's
And out here with
insane.
all these grain silos, you get some fucking huge
Which rats lead me to another fucking thing. These fucking squirrels out there eating my goddamn trash. I'm sick of it. I'm telling you, they're rats with different tails. That's it.
That's with different.
That's
tails.
it.
You ought to go to the OSU campus up in Lima and take a look at those squirrels. Those fuckers will take your bumper off.
Yeah, these fucking squirrels with their tails. Little rat fucking...
I still remember when I went to Bowling Green for college, I was sitting on the steps, and there was a ledge in front of me, and I was smoking a cigarette. Back when I smoked, I was smoking a cigarette outside, just sitting there, enjoying the foliage of fall. It was fall time, and a chipmunk comes up on the ledge and just meets eyes with me, and we had like this moment. And I don't know if I blew smoke in its face or whatever, but then it shied away and it was off. And it was just, but I had that connection with. I felt like an Indian for a minute.
Blew smoke in its face.
Yeah. Felt like an Indian.
You sound like a borderline vegetarian right there.
Oh no, I would have ate it if I would have cooked it right. It's something like that. I would have. Yeah. I wasn't attached to it enough to not be, survival mode type thing.
Have you heard that vegans won't eat honey because of the exploitation of the bees?
Oh my god!
Yeah, see, I'm not a vegan.
I was actually thinking about the whole honey thing this week. If we eating honey's like 2 girls 1 cup video with bees,
right?
Yeah, the vomit.
I guess.
Yeah,
it is good though.
It's yeah.
They're
that's
gonna make
the
it anyways. How can you say?
It always makes my throat feel weird. I don't know.
It's supposed to help your throat. It's supposed to be a better throat suppressant than cough drops and stuff.
I always get those little fucking sticks from the fair. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
It's like a straw.
Like 10 cents a piece.
Yeah, you grab like a handful of them. It's like $1.
Really?
Yeah.
They're
They're great.
Pure honey?
They're kind of like pixie sticks, but with honey.
They got different flavors.
You just bite them open.
That'd be cool. No, I've literally never seen them before.
Oh, they're amazing. Yeah, like I still eat eggs. Like I'll drink milk. I just don't eat meat.
You don't eat meat.
No,
you stopped.
I became a vegetarian in I think it was in November, right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it was. It was literally like a week after Thanksgiving.
So what do you eat?
You'll still eat cheese and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like when you become vegan, that means you don't eat any eggs or fucking milk products.
Yeah, anything coming from an animal.
Christ, I would die.
We can exploit animals a little bit.
You can't even eat like a certain kind of candy because they have that. What is it? It's made from bones and marrow.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The
gelatin.
Yeah,
it's in a lot of candy.
It's nasty as fuck.
It's just because I work with a bunch of farmers and they were telling me these horror stories like about what they do with.
So you do it because you're the animals.
Yeah, I have like I'm like Ace Ventura. I have like a connection with my animal friends.
Yeah, won't watch any movies with animal torture or death in it.
I hate animals.
Butterfly Effect, where they put the guy's dog in the bag and he's gonna burn it. I stopped it. It's like that's
what
it.
What about Cujo? Is that all right?
I bought it because it's Stephen King. Never seen it. I won't read it.
He's like
that's crazy.
He's like attacking people, so he would be on the opposition.
Yeah. You watched Django twice. Well, more than twice now.
Django is love-hate. Like,
yeah, that horse gets.
But it's so good.
I know. That's how you know.
And it's Quentin Tarantino. Mm-hmm. There was another one too. I Am Legend.
No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, but I Am Legend, like that movie's so amazing. Regardless of the bad
movie more than life.
Regardless of the bad CGI,
I hate it.
Vampires' mouths open this far, but
yeah,
I have never seen worse computer graphics in my life.
Just when he chokes out the dog, that
was actually the best scene in the whole movie.
I'm not even afraid to admit, man. Like I teared up in the theater, and my friends were making fun of me. I was like, dude.
Oh, I know a lot of people who did.
Old Yeller. What do you think about that one?
How about this scene?
Fuck Old Yeller and fuck Marley and me.
I bet this one gets you. Never Ending Story. You've seen that, right?
Oh shit! It's been.
I'll throw you out of here if you ain't seen that.
I grew up with the second one.
Oh shit!
The second
God,
one.
You guys gotta watch that.
Watch the first one. There's a scene in there where Atreyu loses his horse.
Oh, he'll cry.
He loses him in the swamp. What is it?
Swamp of Sorrow.
Sadness. Yeah, he gets sad.
I know of it.
Yeah,
I know.
It's great.
So,
yeah, it's sad. That'd get you.
I don't know, man. I can't do it. I don't even kill bugs.
It's true. During the summer when we were practicing and stuff, and we'd like kill a spider, like he'd stop.
He cries.
I don't cry.
I wish you
not
get
right
pissed.
then. Not right then, but after we left, probably.
God damn it! Well, yeah, don't kill spiders. They kill bugs.
Exactly.
What if one's on you? Do you just chill out on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'll knock it off. I don't pick them up and let them crawl on me. I'll knock it off and then
knock him on over.
I'll get a cup or something and take them outside.
You didn't think you'd break a fucking leg?
I've seen him scoop them up
didn't we
and take them
stop
outside.
like a set once because of that?
I would if there was like certain kinds of spiders if they're on you.
If I saw
off.
a black widow in my house, I would almost certainly kill it because it can kill me.
Right.
And then it's self-defense.
Any animal can kill you.
At this point, he started it.
Yeah. So back to your liver thing. We dropped out of that. So they said they told you it could be something worse, but that's where we were at.
Yeah, it's basically they're like it could be something terrible, but don't panic because it's probably not.
Now this is on like a Friday, right?
Yeah, and the ultrasound's on Monday, so I have all weekend to just think about it.
They do that on purpose. They have to.
I lost so much weight just from anxiety. I dropped like probably 9 or 10 pounds. So I go in for the ultrasound, and the nurse is like, rubbing the wand on me.
Oof,
and
how was that?
And then you rub the wand on the nurse.
Oh, dude, I got another hot nurse gave me a shot of muscle relaxer in the ass. I had it like some. Jeez, I had some erotic moments.
Shot in the ass.
So if I was gonna die,
What was the muscle relaxer for?
they're just trying to figure out what was wrong with my back.
Oh.
Take it easy, brother.
So
Jesus.
she's
Where's
looking
the
at the
hospital at?
screen. This was in Mary Rutan in Bell Fountain. So, like, I'm laying on my side like a pregnant chick, and she's looking at the screen. She's going, and she'll take a bunch of pictures, and I'm like, oh man, she fucking sees something.
Your dick?
So-
oh no, okay.
My dick? No, man.
No. He said she
Yes.
saw something.
She saw something
What
on the
was your
screen.
dick doing at this?
Yeah, where was your dick?
Well, if she was looking at my
Which
dick,
hand was it in?
she wouldn't be squinting.
Oh,
But anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So finally, I broke down and I asked her. I was like, "Is it a boy or a girl?" And she's like, she gives me a little laugh. So I was like,
Oh, yeah.
But seriously, do you see anything? She goes, "We're not allowed to say either way."
That's messed up.
So I was like, "Well, yeah, but like, I mean, you see a lot of these. Does it look normal?" And she's like, "We're not trained to read them." So
What do you?
I'm like,
you have one job.
it's like, I've got cancer, and she doesn't want to tell me.
Yeah.
So she goes, well, what we'll do is we'll have a specialist look over it. We'll send it to your doctor. You'll get the results in 2 or 3 days. I'm like, oh.
We're not trained to read these.
So I get to the doctor after
to be part of the
That
class.
doesn't make sense.
like a
So
few more days
hey,
of
do
waiting.
you got a robe on now? Or you got a doctor's robe, right?
No.
They made him a doctor.
With
No.
the no, yeah, no,
He was honorarily.
Yeah, the
So you had a stethoscope and a doctor.
yeah, not a doctor's
I had
robe,
to dress
patient.
up like a doctor. No,
What
dude,
was your
she just-
penis doing during this?
She just lifted my shit up. And
Oh my God! What if I had to do that?
it was, for as terrifying as it
yeah, and
was,
she's hot.
it was sexy. Because the gel was warm.
Oh
So,
yeah,
I mean,
they put that stuff.
It's not,
on.
yeah,
So
it was
she
very
was
sensual.
hot, though.
Oh, yeah.
You
It's like
gotta not focus on.
and I'm pretty sure she was 18, because you have to go to
Well,
college.
yeah, for fuck's sake.
But
I
why
hope you
wouldn't
got
they
a
have like
teach
a
her how to read
16-year-old
the
doctor.
the
yeah,
graphs?
doing your ultrasound.
Doogie Howser's not doing your ultrasound.
That's like if they don't
Yeah.
teach them how to read the graphs, that's like someone going to school for photography and not knowing how to develop their pictures or work with
Yeah.
them.
It seems like they would have touched on it in one of their classes or something.
Well, and it scared me, because it's like,
Yeah.
it's
They're
so
not saying
terrifying knowing
anything?
that something is wrong.
They're not
You have
the
no
ones to
idea
break
what
the
it is.
news.
Well, I mean, I can understand the reasoning. She's not like an actual doctor, so if she tells you anything that's wrong, you can sue her straight away.
Or if she tells me
liability.
everything looks good, and then I
Yeah,
have cancer.
and then-
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, they've been through this before.
True.
So
That's a lawsuit.
I go back to the doctor, and I'm just sitting there, and he's looking at his computer, and there's like this awkward silence, and I was like, dude, how's my ultrasound? He goes, oh, you're clear.
Oh,
He's like, there's
I was playing Angry Birds.
Yeah, he's like, there's no
Yeah.
tumors, there's no gallstones. You're clear. So they did blood tests on me to check for Hep, HIV, and AIDS.
oh shit! Yeah.
Which none of that.
No,
I'm all clear.
ladies, let's hear that.
No
That's
STDs.
That's a commercial. Go ahead, give it to him. Commercial.
I'm a Trojan man.
Clean as a whistle, lady. You could eat
Mag-
his asshole out. It wouldn't even matter. Nothing.
He is a Magnum bro.
Yeah.
How did you know?
I just assumed.
Did you tell him?
Yeah.
We set our alarms for dawn. We're watching dead rise. All our cares are gone. Everybody dies. Time we face 'cause I've been feeling lately kinda like you hate me, and here we go again. We said I lost the door, we watched the day rise. All our plans are gone, everybody dies. Time we fade into history, no one will survive. You can't run forever when you run for your life. Run for your life. Run for your life. Run for your life. Death, we knew you were always waiting. Now you're just complaining. 'Cause when we fall, we just get right back up again. So turn your signal and your shroud. You're just another face in an ugly crowd. And George Romero showed us how we could be friends. But I've been feeling lately kinda like you hate me, and here we go again and again. You said I lost the door, we watched the day rise. All our days are gone, everybody dies. Time we fade into history, no one will survive. You can't run forever when you run for your life. 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 And now the night has come to take us all. Ooh, and the dawn will roll along, yeah. But in the day we'll rise again, forever run until the end. In the land of the dead, gotta keep your head by the hand you fake. We said I lost the door, we watched the day rise. All our cares are gone, everybody dies. Time we fade into history, no one will survive. You can't run forever when you run for your life. Run for your life. Run for your life. Run for your life. Run for your we knew you were always waiting. Now you're just complaining. 'Cause when we fall, we just get right back up again.
Have you ever been in a fist fight?
No, but I've been beaten up by a girl's dad really bad.
Oh, tell us that story.
It was actually, over in between Billtown and Findlay one night. I had dated a girl a long, long time ago, and her dad didn't like me, and one night I was at a party, and he just beat me up.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, just beat me up.
You seem like a nice guy, man. That makes me mad.
I don't know about all that.
Like in the 20s with that mustache, like you should probably have beat his ass.
Well, unfortunately, that evening I rambled into someone's fists multiple times.
That happens.
I'm glad. So no, never been in a fist fight, but have been beaten up.
I'm glad it did not make you an angry, bitter person, you know?
No, I probably deserved it. Anybody that knows me probably from around here probably knows I probably deserved it anyway.
I've had some girlfriends' dads that were very scary and did not like me at all, and it's a weird situation. Did not get beaten up. Did almost get caught being filleted upon though, and that was scary.
That would definitely have ended in a beating. Yeah. Yep.
Well, I got me and my first
Susie Vu, everybody, by the way.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
I'll tell you.
Oh, go, please. No. I was more. No, the first time I had sex, actually, I got walked in on by his dad. Not his mom, which would have been more comfortable, I think, than his dad. But nope.
What does Dad do?
He was still in high school, and I had just.
His dad was still in high school?
Oh my God.
Who the fuck were you fucking?
No, my boyfriend at the time was still in high school, and I had just graduated, and so he still had a curfew because he was still in high school, and his dad was really just saying like, "Hey, Jess, it's time for you to go," because he's got to go do bedtime things.
Susie's on a lot of Vicodin tonight, just so you know. She somehow cut her finger on a measuring tape last night. I don't know how the fuck she did that.
She's got an awesome doctor if she got Vicodin prescribed for
no
that.
No kidding. It would cut a...
I cut a main artery in my hand somehow.
If she would have listened to my ass, I was like, don't go to the hospital. Just make me some Jiffy Pop. They literally told me that don't bleed in it.
Well, I'll tell you, I have been caught having sex too. Now, it wasn't by dad, it was by the police. And, for those of you, I think, there's a small group of people in here right now that are from Hardin County. And when you're 16, 17 years old, and you're going to have sex with your girlfriend, and you can't do it at either person's house, you go out to that, area out around Boy Scout Lake late at night in one of your parents' car, and you hook up out there. Well, there's cops patrolling, not often, but it does happen. And if you're out there, at 1 o'clock in the morning, they won't arrest you, but they will be nice enough to, sneak up on the car. That way you don't know what's happening. And then immediately just blast you with a flashlight. Say, hey, what are you doing? And the first thing that you do is you put anything that you can find within reach over your genitals, start the car, and just drive fast as you can.
Yep.
The closest thing that you found the girl?
Unfortunately, she was already there, so it's throw her. Oh, but that was stupid because she was already covering everything up. Yeah, no, I don't remember. I think it was a Coke cup from McDonald's. It was here's a hat. Let's go. You're all dressed up now. We'll go out on the town.
What kind of trouble did you get in? Any trouble?
No trouble. I mean, I looked up and it's an officer and he's just smiling there with a flashlight. It was a very murderous grin.
Good.
And I got the hell out of there as fast as I could.
I'm glad you didn't get executed. Don't do that shit nowadays.
Yeah, no, that's a bad plan now. No.
When the side effects are worse than the disease. When the thoughts you think you thought you didn't think. We can't afford this life, so I'll see you on the other side of this. To see why my heroes left to die, gonna play with them outside for a while. Make my shadow smile. Drink through this strain. Dance like the sage of despair. I wonder if I care. I wonder. Good luck with this shit, 'cause you'll never leave this bitch alive.
Talk about this Ari Lehman story, for Christ's sakes. What did I see on that video you did?
Oh, God.
I seen
He's just going to call it right out.
I seen Ralph was talking about something and you were talking about something. I put 2 to 2 together and it was Ari Lehman, I think.
Yeah.
Now that for everyone that knows, I mean, you know, you don't hear that name a lot, but for y'all to know, that was the first Jason. And I'm not talking about the hockey mask. I'm talking about the deformed kid that jumped out of the lake in the first one.
This is Ari Lehman, first Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th, and you're watching Zombie Takeover TV. Jason never dies.
Right. Evidently, they had some sort of altercation. No, I don't know what was an altercation. It was just like he kind of got shitty with our guys, and I don't know.
If you are a werewolf, I will be your victim. If you are a zombie, I will be your victim.
I will then be your victim. I don't know. What happened, Ken? Drop the load. Drop the load. Shoot the load.
I gotta make me the bad guy. All right.
It's all right.
All right. Yeah, he was a good guy to his first audience. The audience that was toward his film, whatever not.
Right.
But when he went to his like music stuff and went out to the Avalon, did the whole thing over there.
Yeah.
He's just completely like alternate ego. He was an asshole. He was a prick, and he didn't want anybody taking pictures of him or anything.
Do you think maybe that would weren't you guys supposed to film him there?
Take
or something?
pictures of him. He didn't want that?
No, I guess there's people around that he didn't want.
Not with certain people.
Yeah.
So this is a guy that goes to a lot of conventions, and he also plays in a band, right?
Right.
And what was picture taking? Okay.
Well, with certain people.
Okay, lady.
I don't know. Maybe or maybe not.
I
Basically,
don't
though,
know.
I mean, come on.
He's probably got a wife back in South Dakota.
Come
I
on.
don't want to see those pictures.
He came in and acted like he was all pissed off because there was no vegan restaurants or something.
Dude, it's Lima.
Yeah, right.
There's chicken there. Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
There's chicken there.
Yeah, he came back. Yeah, he came back. I was like, hey, there's McDonald's right down the road. He got pissed off because I mentioned McDonald's. And so he was like, all right, well, you need some real food. And so Allie went with him to some Chinese restaurant, had some food over there, and they were gone forever. I was like, I was keeping track of time. It was like an hour has already passed, and I'm thinking, okay, well, they're like straight up killed her probably. Like it was like straight from what was that movie? The Megan Fox.
Jennifer's Bone.
Yeah, that one. I was like, I was like, just tell him you're not a virgin. It'll be safe. But
if you are Allie Hatchet, you will be my victim. If you are Ken Newman, you will be my victim.
If you are a businessman,
you will be my victim.
If you are an ice cream man,
you will be my victim.
If you are an actor,
you will be my victim.
I don't know. We could go on forever.
And I was
a lot
fine
of
with it.
victims.
I would have went all night long with you.
Yeah,
Monday or Tuesday night this week, I had me a fever. It was running high. So I put myself in a tub of ice water and broke it Wednesday night. Now I'm feeling ornery as a stiff dick and I got no place to go. So I set out to find me a honey who wouldn't say no. I starched my collar, put on my best shirt, ran a comb through my hair. Hope God would understand, and I said a silly little prayer. And there she was at the end of the bar with the weight of the world on her head. So I bought a shot and walked on over, and this is what I said. I'll put on some Timmy Wine and maybe you and I can dance. I'm just a lonely man looking for a bit of romance. If I ain't your type, I'll gladly turn and walk away. But here's a shot for the prettiest girl I've seen today. Like a statue, she didn't move. I couldn't help but wonder if she heard. Could it be she was hard of hearing and she didn't hear a word? So I turned on my heels, left the shot rejected and meek. Then she lifted up her pretty head and she began to speak. I've been feeling pretty bad, you know, just a couple days before. And now the devil himself is standing right at my front door. I ain't saying I will let you in and you and I can't have a time. There's hoping a fool like you can read between the lines. Well, I won't pay no mind. I ain't too proud and you're too kind. It won't be the first time at all I played in the devil's waterfall. Well, I danced in the rain before and I sure ain't afraid to get wet no more. It won't be the first time at all I played in the devil's waterfall. Lazy after destroyer. Lazy after destroyer. You know how lazy.
I be rolling like a plaster bastard, harbor master. You better take it dead. You know I'm coming at ya. Yes, you better run. You know I'm about to catch ya. Then I'm on a kick, punch, and fucking blast ya. Then I take the keys and the wallet. like all kinds. Don't understand my rhyme, simply rewind in time. Your mind will find it's blind. You see the truth. It's only up to you. What do you wanna do? Play the fool or rule? Get people thinking you're so cool and then they'll stay. Be there for you with no delay. But anyways, open up your eyes, seize the day. Let me know when you're ready to come out and play. Like a pony eating hay, coming out of the stable. Getting grown up, becoming perfectly able to come out and play. Frolic in the mud and eat all the hay, 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 hay. Did you hear what I say? Yo, this little ponies come out to play. Came out to play, y'all dicks can stay away. Cause all I'm trying to do is seize the motherfucking day. Won't let you get in my way or listen to what you say. Cause all I'm trying to do is seize the motherfucking day. No need for disarray, the skies they are not gray. You know I came with a fresh bouquet of raps to spray. Known to ricochet, so get the fuck out the way. No need to cause this way or blow off your toupee. My resume's on display, y'all best obey. When I sway, I like to hear that hip-hop hooray. I wanna hear you say, hey, hey, hey. Yo, this little ponies come out to play. I wanna hear you say, hey, hey, hey. Yo, this little ponies come out to play. I came out to play. Out to play. No, I came out to play. Smoke that hay.
How many first names does it have?
Just another guy here with 3 first names. Living a life that's not mundane. Got a phone in my pocket and a wallet in the back and a canister of Cool Whip. Let's get back on track. I with some attitude, a pen and some paper. I'll treat you better than State Farm and be a better neighbor. Wanna come to my house to share a beer or two? That's okay with me if that's okay with you. Gotta do some laundry, cause most of it is dirty. Sitting there for hours and it's smelling kind of earthy. Watch Power Rangers chat about the Zords. Get our Nerf guns out, start a fight with swords. Slam a shot of whiskey and make fun of the room. Or just sit on my couch and stare at pictures of the moon. Nevertheless, I look forward to your company. Feel free to bring another friend, invite enemies. Huge, I'm coming in strong. I've got 3 first names, so I can't be wrong. Middle name is Eugene, short down to Euge. My name is Huge. The name is Huge, and I'm writing the tracks. I've got 3 first names if you have to ask. Middle name is Eugene, short down to Euge. My name is Huge. Chicken taquito or a bean burrito. Would you really mind if I wore blue Speedo? If we hang out in the dark, I will light a candle. Prop my feet up on the table while I wear a leather sandal. Take an Uber over to the local pub. Grab a slice of pie made by my friend Doug. It's only the beginning, let's not run at a time. Head back to my house to slam a bottle of wine. If you go to the bathroom while I'm gone, don't be surprised if you see Celine Dion. It may be kind of crazy and really kind of random, but that's the only way I can express my fandom. I got LASIK on my eyes so I can finally see. Don't worry, I won't look while you pee. Life is kind of weird, it really is strange. I'm just a guy that has 3 first names. The name is Huge, and I'm coming in strong. I've got 3 first names, so I can't be wrong. Middle name is Eugene, short down to Euge. My name is Huge. The name is Huge, and I'm writing the tracks. I've got 3 first names if you have to ask. Middle name is Eugene, short down to Euge. My name is Huge. The name is Huge, and I'm coming in strong. I've got 3 first names, so I can't be wrong. Middle name is Eugene, short down to Euge. My name is Huge. The name is Huge, and I'm writing the tracks. I've got 3 first names if you have to ask. Middle name is Eugene, short down to Euge. My name is Huge.
That's not very funny.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Best Friend Show podcast. I'm Heather.
And I'm Jade, and it's Friday.
Friday.
Gotta get down on Friday.
Gotta get low. Get low. Yeah, dude.
So.
We got shit to say. Oh, no. Oh, no. Should I open another beer?
It will be fun. So
I'm not saying it's not going to be fun. I'm very entertained by everything you say.
So here's the fun thing.
Okay.
I was at work one day, and I get a message that says, "Please call me. This is important."
Lies.
But I think needs a phone call. And I say, okay. So I go into this room. I go into a huddle room at my work to have a private phone call. I call this friend.
Okay.
And they say, I don't know if you know this, but saw your sister-in-law on Pornhub.
Wait.
I say...
Wait. Your sister-in-law.
My sister-in-law. So I don't want to point direct out what sister-in-law, but
okay.
See your sister-in-law on
that,
Pornhub.
Okay, that can go in different directions, but go ahead.
Well, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
So it says, you'll hear more about it. So I say, yeah, sure. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So like I'm aware of the current Instagram status of the she does like smoking fetish videos. Sometimes she's topless.
Oh.
I'm aware of that. I don't care.
Right. What I have friends that do that. It is what it is.
Live your best life.
Right.
I'm aware. No, I don't think you understand. These are different videos. And I say, I'll check it out. Of course. So check it out. Check it out. It's fine. Things are good.
Okay.
So the videos that you can see are just, her talking like us. It's essentially her alone, like a YouTube channel.
Okay.
Just talking about her life, whatever.
Okay.
And so it turns into like this huge thing. So I'm aware of it.
Okay.
My sister is aware of it. My sister Amy is aware of it. But this group of friends are very concerned about the brother, right?
Okay.
They're concerned about the brother.
Does the brother...
Is he aware?
Yes,
Does he
exactly.
not know? Does he know? No one's really sure, right?
Okay.
So they're concerned about this, and they think that it's above their pay grade. That it should be brought to this brother by said sister. Well, I don't really talk to that brother very much.
Okay.
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Fair.
But not very frequently. I don't think it should come from me. Right? Because to me, I would message and say, hell yeah. And that's it. So,
right. Because and the thing is too, you don't know the situation. You are a bystander.
Here's the thing.
Okay. Go
I
ahead.
think that we've talked about this many times on the podcast. I don't believe in human trafficking. I don't believe in sex trafficking.
Correct. Yeah.
If you're not a willing participant. If you're a grown lady,
do what makes you feel good.
If you're a grown lady and your thing is you need a lot of attention, so you want to make videos where people watch you.
Right.
That's your business.
Right.
If you're making money, however you make money, you got bills to pay. Whatever is in your room of shit you'll do to make money, do it.
But if you are in a committed relationship, though, that other person should kind of know.
Should know.
Exactly. Plain and simple.
So that was the concern.
Okay.
Does said brother know?
Yes.
So I don't think it should come to me. No, so I go to my other brother. Because in my family, there's 2 brothers and 2 sisters, and there's me.
And guess what?
One brother has 1 brother and 3 sisters.
They live in the same area.
Yes.
Okay.
So we all live in the
Fair.
They all live in the same area.
Yes.
I live in Cincinnati. My now sister lives in Columbus.
Right, and the other ones.
And all the rest are in Detroit.
Yes.
So I agree. It is a bit above your pay grade. It is kind of awkward.
Right.
I understand. So I tell my other brother.
Okay.
My other brother's concerned. He tells me some stuff that my brother said to him the month before. I said, you should probably tell him. So he goes and he tells him.
Okay.
Right? So we find out everything's copacetic.
Okay.
Aware.
Okay.
Things are fine.
Cool.
Whatever.
Fine.
There's some other things with it, but it's like, it's fine.
Yes. But the relationship. They are aware
They're
of
still
it.
together, so if they
okay.
didn't know, if they did know, whatever, they're still together. Who cares?
Whatever.
So
Yeah.
that's their business. I don't give a shit. Whatever you got to
Right,
do to
yeah.
pay your bills, take care of your family.
Whatever.
If you are aligned to it, I don't care.
Yes.
High five.
Okay.
But the side part is nobody gives a shit anymore. Right? Nobody gives a shit.
Right.
But like, I'm getting these weird random messages that are saying things like, if you're a stalker who only follows this account to be in my business, fuck off. Why is this coming to me? Like, I don't understand why it's coming to me. For me, high five. That was me high fiving. I don't give a shit. Like, I love it. I love it. Fucking do it. I love it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. For me, get big, blow up, be Jenna Jameson, make millions of dollars, suck all the dicks. I don't care.
Let me play you that new song, put it on repeat. You say I'm crazy, but I think you like riding shotgun, vibing to the beat. You say you hate me, but I wanna tell you something. Don't make me repeat. I never wear my heart on my sleeve, but I like you riding out with me. You say you hate me, but I think you like. Let me play you that new song, put it on repeat. You say I'm crazy, I think you like riding shotgun, vibing to the beat. You say you hate me, I think you like that new song, put it on repeat. You say I'm crazy, I think you like riding shotgun, vibing to the beat. You say you hate me, I think you like me. First impression, try to open the door for ya. Didn't, I'm not getting that part for the course for ya. You got these guys out here acting like showmen, but none of them actually let you in. You kept your head up when you could have quit, held on to hope when you could have been hopeless. You try to hide it, but I see you smiling when you roll your eyes when I tell you I'm different. That new song, put it on repeat. You say I'm crazy, I think you like riding shotgun, vibing to the beat. You say you hate me, I think you like that new song, put it on repeat. You say I'm crazy, I think you like riding shotgun, vibing to the beat. You say you hate me, I think you like me. All I know is, girl, you got it, and I want to be all about it. All I know is, girl, you got it, and I want to be all about it. All I know is, girl, you got it, and I want to be all about it. All I know is, girl, you got it, and I want to be all about it. That new song, put it on repeat. You say I'm crazy, I think you like riding shotgun, vibing to the beat. You say you hate me,
walking in with your black hair, with that look on your face like you don't care. If I asked you to dance, would you shake that body around? Take a shot, drink a beer, let your head down. Time to let that dress hit the floor as I follow the curves of your body into the bedroom. You got them ruby red lips, them pissy blue eyes, with the body of an angel. You're the devil in disguise. When sex is like candy, unravels inside. I wanna taste the sugar on your lips. What a sweetness of your eyes. Take a chance on romance if it feels good. Time to let our bodies entwine as the sweat from the sex is dripping down your spine. Well, I don't care if you're scared, I won't hurt you. Just open them legs up for me as I rip up your clothes and we go one last ride. You got them ruby red lips, them pissy blue eyes, with the body of an angel. You're the devil in disguise. If sex is like candy, unraveled inside, I wanna taste the sugar on your lips. What a sweetness of your eyes. Sweetness of your eyes. You're the sugar on your lips. When sex is like candy, unravels inside, I wanna taste the sugar on your lips. What a sweetness of your lips. The sweetness of your lips. Sweetness of your thighs.
watching the Groamy Show podcast on ZTO TV, and that was more music from Saturn Boy, who joins us this time around. And gentlemen, are you ready? Are we ready to hit the ball?
I'm always ready.
Yes. All right. This ball.
Oh,
that one. I know what the hell you got.
Oh, yeah. Yes, of course. The question.
Randy is disappointed. All right.
And this one, I'm afraid it's directed at him.
Oh, okay. I'll still answer.
Okay. Okay. With a name like Saturn Boy, we have one question. Do you believe in aliens?
No.
Wow, that is surprising. All right.
Okay, do I believe in aliens? Let me retract that. Yes, yes, I believe in aliens. Do I believe that they like fly here on their ships? Absolutely not. I don't.
Why not?
That's reasonable.
I don't believe that because I think if it were true, that there would be no reason to hide it, and I don't think that all these conspiracies and stuff. I just don't believe it. I think that maybe in an ancient time, maybe some particles from some planets that collided, or maybe the formation of the moon, or things that caused the Earth to flood, may have created humanity, and maybe we're part alien. Okay, we're not going to get too into that. But I don't know. I shouldn't have said no, because I do absolutely believe there's life out there. I think
you don't think they've come
I just don't buy that because
why would if they're an intelligent life form, when you think that they're out there exploring the other galaxies?
Well, why would they hide? Why would you hide?
Because so as not to scare the shit out of.
I'm
sure.
I'm with them on this. But here's why. My thing is, and I ain't about them hiding. To me, it's like this: if they are an alien species and they have mastered intergalactic flight, what could they possibly learn from us? We are
been to a zoo?
We are the Mississippi of the universe.
Yeah.
We can't get a person onto the next planet.
Right.
We've crashed. We had 3 robots on there. The first 2 crashed.
Right.
So we have 1 robot that is now dead. And they're like, no, they've managed intergalactic flight, and they're going to learn something from someone in Arkansas?
We're like
they're not.
Our trash entertainment.
We're their reality TV.
Well, I think what is it, Simpsons that did an episode like that?
Right.
Yeah, where Earth was.
Yeah.
No, I think it might have been
South Park.
Yeah, it was where
reality
Earth was a reality show.
Right.
That's
for
the only thing
aliens
they can
out
do.
there.
But that's why I also believe they're not abducting every redneck with a pickup truck.
Right.
Because really,
I don't
what are you going to do? Oh, they love Skull? We don't need that. Nobody cares.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you believe in it?
I'm with you on the fact that there has to be life on other planets.
It's almost an
just
arrogant
mathematically.
to be.
Right.
It has to be.
Right.
Are there things coming here to watch us? I don't know. I don't think so in the sense that we're thinking. I think it's more of like these are some unmanned vehicles that they're sending here to probe, to look, to see with many other, galaxies, to see what's going on. Oh, these evolved monkeys, and then instead of throwing shit, they throw nuclear waste at each other. It's crazy. We should watch that and see what they do.
I honestly think they do come here.
But I think he's onto something. The panspermia idea that you're talking about, right? Where there's just too much crazy shit on this planet to have been naturally formed here, like jellyfish.
And how different are we from all the animals on the Earth? And the fact that we forget about that 70 to 75% of the Earth is covered in water. So most of the life on Earth is actually in the ocean and not on land. So we think that because we have this reality that we're in, that we're the dominant species or whatever. When dolphins are in the ocean and can communicate 7 miles apart from each other.
Right.
And, so what's, like technology and all these little gadgets it makes it appear like that we're the only intelligent species here.
Right.
When animals in the ocean have these traits there where they can communicate, like an octopus. I think, most people know how intelligent an octopus is, and that thing does not look like it's...
Right.
It
doesn't look
bizarre.
like it just naturally formed from some, guppies.
Right.
Or
right. So it's and I think the funnest part of all of this is that we don't know and we can't prove it. So that's what I like the most about these kind of subjects.
Yeah.
It's not that I want to sit here and say that I know. It's just the wondering part of it that makes it so interesting.
Right. And can I add an addendum really quick before I know we got to get to the next
Addendum?
one? But if there are beings coming here to visit us, I don't believe they're from other galaxies. I think they are us from the future coming back to try to fix shit that we fucked up.
Okay, now we're adding time travel.
So, but that's
Now
just
we-
me.
Yeah,
That's
that was a
another conversation.
whole new.
Yeah.
It's a wormhole, folks.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna jump to the next.
And that episode of Futurama we're going to deal with later. All right.
Right.
Okay, but another one. What are you hoping will happen with Saturn Boy in 2020?
I want these films to get done, and I know I'm impatient. I can put out probably a track a week or more, but I know that filming takes time, and so I'm hoping like to get some more films, and that's really my, and maybe start playing bigger shows like music festivals. I want to like notch up to like maybe playing like pop-up stages at like shows like The Workout and stuff like that, where or electronic shows, and I got to go out of the city to do that. So those are kind of the goals.
What are you hoping for Saturn Boy?
I'm hoping that he gets a nice tax break next year and he gets
Right.
a little bit more tax money back.
Right.
He can put that back into his chosen career path, and he maybe makes
open a door for a comedian.
Yeah,
to perform at the-
open a door. I make movies. I write. Maybe he knows a guy who wants to do a comedy about a yard sale. That I'm
You gotta work together. So we'll totally work with that. Yeah.
If you could work with any musician alive or dead on a studio album, who would that artist be?
Alive?
Besides Hans Zimmer.
Alive? Yes, besides Hans Zimmer.
Right.
Okay. I'd have to say Dream Koala. Now, I know you guys might not have heard of him, but
Yeah, no.
he actually wrote a song called Saturn Boy. And it really, that's kind of where the name came from. It hit me like a ton of bricks.
I mean, who
It's
is he?
really-
I mean,
he's from France.
educate the moron.
He's from France. He's not doing anything now. I don't want to say he because it floored me, and I don't want to, speak ill of him, and I don't think it's wrong or anything. But he's a trans woman now, and it blew me away. And so she isn't doing anything right now, and it bugs me. Like I message her literally all the time, like, when you gonna put something out?
Right.
Instagram, all that. I never get a response. I get left on red.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, like, you're awesome. Please, like, I still support you.
Yeah.
So, but Dream Koala, yeah, definitely Dream Koala. I think that's where a lot of my traits and my sounds. I don't mimic, but I feel like I'm kind of in that same. That you could put us together on a show and it would make sense.
Right. Right.
So.
Dead Richie Valens, alive Eric Clapton.
Okay.
And I would just like to work with them, and by that I mean I just would carry their amps and then,
Right.
I want to be a roadie for Eric Clapton. That's all I want.
That's working.
Say things like "Get back behind the rope."
Yeah.
Right.
Just
Mr.
wrangle the
Clapton doesn't
groupies.
like that.
Right.
You got to wrangle the groupies. Which,
Right. And just I think Richie Valens needed more time. That's just my. If I could bring him
Yeah.
back from the dead, I would.
Yeah,
Wow.
Richie Valens, the Big Bopper. Yeah. The time.
What you got there?
I don't know. Let's find out. All right. All right. This can go for either one here or both. I don't care. Who are some of your favorite Ohio musicians?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like the Hell's Fire Centers and Elk. They're almost interchangeable because they have the same people basically.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I hadn't heard music like that good, in that category for a long time. So that caught me off guard. Curse of Z I like a lot.
Okay.
Who other? Another Ohio. They changed the name of their band, but the Janelle, from Columbus.
Morning Theft?
Morning Theft, yeah.
They're not Morning Theft anymore?
Oh no, I thought they were something else now. But Morning Theft, if they're still, they were one
They
of my.
used to be Sunglass.
That's right. They changed to Morning Theft, but when I first knew them, they were Sunglass, and they're a band out of Columbus. Amazing vocalist. Her main name is Janelle. Just phenomenal. But Curse of Z, I saw them here, and they're cool. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's it for me.
I like anything that Trashy from the Leather Shop does. I totally support him. He's been on world tour. He's done a ton of stuff. He has bands, like you were speaking about earlier. He has bands coming in the Leather Shop from all over the world, from South America, from Japan, from you name it, the Czech Republic, and he's had all these acts come in, and a lot of people don't know about it because it's an underground thing. So like that's to me, that's really I really love anything trash he does. His stuff is a couple skate. I think all the Dayton kids are really cool. They're really super nice, and I support all those. And it's all like a punk rock metal scene, but I really love that. The stuff down in Columbus, there's Danny Rogers, who's the filmmaker I talked about earlier. His Ass on Intrigue, and there's tons of them. I couldn't speak on all of them without just going down a list of so many people that I've met in Ohio over the years that are like just rad people. And even if you don't necessarily like their music, they're cool and they're willing to work together. I think working together is the most important.
Well, right at the top of the list is Poor Brother Bill, right?
Oh, I love Poor Brother. I grew up with Brian Grant.
So doesn't that one count?
I also wanted to give a shout out to Mississippi Bones. They're from the
Mississippi
area.
Bones, yep.
They always put on a great show. They're great people.
Oh boy.
I like this one. Yeah. I don't know if it'll apply to you.
Oh, okay.
Who do you think would win a cage match, Dan or yourself, and how do you think it would play out?
God,
I would.
What the hell?
I would build it up. First of all, I would put Dan over. And here's a reason.
The comedian.
Put him over. What?
Oh, are we talking? Oh,
real?
Yeah, we're talking behind the
UFC
curtain.
style. I don't know.
It's almost 2020. I thought behind the curtain was dead.
You'd be surprised.
What I would do is I was beat the shit out of Dan for the entire match.
Probably. Yeah.
I would get distracted. Somehow, we'd do some kind of gimmick.
Yeah.
And he would crawl out of the cage and beat me.
That's the way I want to win. That's the way I want to go. Yeah.
Now, I mean,
I'm sure. I'm good.
You know, you could ask him how he would envision the match.
It's hard to.
Don't care as long as you win, right?
Well, it's like the Andy Kaufman thing. You know the comic ain't gonna get any shots in. You know.
Right.
Like I'm not saying I'm Andy Kaufman, but I'm.
Right.
The comedian ain't gonna get any good moves in, okay?
Or the record store owner.
Or the record store owner. Yeah, you pop onto a table.
Right.
We know where we're at.
Yeah,
we know.
Right.
Maybe I'd have Groamy come out from under the ring.
Yeah, Groamy would do a run in.
Handcuff me to the cage.
Yeah, Groamy would do a run in. Yeah.
And that's how.
Yeah.
And you guys would stumble out of there.
You gotta preserve the shitty pricing away. You can't have that messed with.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. But that's how I'd go. There'd be no talking before the match. You'd be in one dressing room.
Oh
I'd
yeah.
be in the other.
Old school,
just
baby.
Come out there and
go out there and just do it.
Yeah. You hit him with another question there, Dan?
Sure, why not?
All right. And then we'll
Yeah,
we'll do one more.
Oh, here we go. This is a good one.
Oh, gonna end it on a good one, huh?
Name one band that you're embarrassed to admit that you enjoy. Nice. Now, these don't have to be mortally, but something maybe people wouldn't expect you to like. Let's put it that way.
I got one.
Go for it, man.
A band called Travis, British band.
I've heard of them, yeah.
They're very light, poppy.
Yeah.
Why are you embarrassed?
And my group of friends, you say, you're like, oh, I really dig Travis. Sometimes they would just be like that.
Get some new friends.
That's
then.
fucking
Get
terrible.
new friends.
My buddy Josh Palmer, he would probably have busted my balls on that one a couple of times. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those bands I hold back, and it's not really something I tell people I like. But I've been following them for years since '99. So.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah, I follow them around. They don't even.
You follow them around. It's called stalking, but it's okay.
They're cool with it.
We're about wrapping it up here. Got to get Saturn. Sorry, we are still kind of hanging out here at the local record store. Casual conversation. I got to get to work here in a minute, but Saturn Boy needs to give us his embarrassing band.
I don't want to say I'm really embarrassed by anything I listen to because there's certain things that I wouldn't play for certain people.
Yeah,
right.
The surprising one. Which one would people go?
It may
really?
surprise some people that I've always really liked AFI.
Okay.
So that may be good or bad. I don't know.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I just I don't know. I like what I like, and I guess people can deal with it.
Even the transition that they've gone through.
Yeah. I even like their new stuff. No, not all of it, because some of it's like, whoa, that's different. But I like
the
them.
bills, sometimes.
I mean, they're making money. I'm not.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at them.
I know, because a lot of times when you find a band like that's been around for so long, and you got your, people liked them from the beginning, and then they changed styles a little bit. It's like, hey, they got rent to pay.
Right.
It's like there was a band. Oh God, who was it? I think it was the Muffs back in the day. 2 girls, 2 guys, and they sold one of their songs to like Skittles or Fruitopia or something like that, and they got just reamed by the punks. It's like, you're selling out. And Kim Shattuck, she said, no, we're not selling out. They wanted our song. We sold it to them so we could pay the rent and pay to make more music.
Right.
It's like, is that, because I don't find that selling out. In case of AFI changing, I don't find it selling out is when Sting sells a song to, oh God, Jenna, if you're watching this, sorry. If Sting sells a song to Lincoln, you're selling out because you don't need that freaking money.
Right. Well, and I think it's also like with some bands, it's like I think people conflate the idea of selling out with actually growing.
Yeah.
People grow. People, like, especially if a band's around for the longest time. I mean, are you telling me the people, like them or not, are you telling me that the people in Green Day are the same people they were 20 years ago? No, they're not the same people. How do you make that? They're not. They're grown men. Yeah. It's going to be different just from natural growth.
And you got to remember that some bands, their studios or the publishing companies, whoever, own the rights to that song, so it may not even be them. Yeah. It may not even have been Sting. It might have been the record company that owns the right.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes you'll hear a song and you'll be like, that's son of a gun, and then you're like,
but I mean, that's what I think there is that conflation that some people are just because they're my favorite, and it's not one I'm embarrassed by. My favorite band of all time is a group out of Australia called Grinspoon, and they have been around since the late '90s. They probably put out, I think, 6 or 7 albums, and if you listen to every album has a different sound. But it's not like they went from rap to pop.
Right.
Every song, but it's different because what they're going through is a different scenario in their lives. After they had one called 6 to Midnight. After the 6 to Midnight, which was frenetic as all hell, the lead singer comes out and says he's addicted to crystal meth. So he goes to rehab. So they put another album after that called Black Rabbits. It's a different sound. But the guy's sober now. So he's going to have a different thought process. So it's different. They're all different. They're all good. But they're good for different reasons. They didn't sell out. They just were different people when they made the albums.
AFI, even their new stuff, though. I'm a little surprised by that. That's cool, though. I mean, and you know what? It shouldn't matter what the fuck I think. I can tell you over the years I've had people say, "Oh, you made me feel bad because you made fun of the music I like." It shouldn't matter.
Right.
I just own the record store. It's not like we like the same music to begin with.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it shouldn't matter, but it does surprise me a little bit, though. But that's cool, though.
Yeah.
Stick with your gun, stick to your gun, shit, yes.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And that's how we're going to end it.
Yep.
Stick to your guns, people. Right?
Thanks for having me, Groamy.
Oh, dude, it's been fun.
It.
It's been fun.
Appreciate it.
And thanks for coming out. Dan, thanks for joining us. Randy, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thank you guys. It's always a pleasure.
Welcome anytime. And we out.
We're out.
We're out. You're watching the Groamy Show on ZTO TV.
You are listening to ZTO Radio.